Hello, what is up? I'm back today with a March reading for Libra. This is going to be the energy that you may be experiencing during March. So I've already pre-shuffled some oracle cards. I want to take the time to thank you for tuning into this reading, and let's just jump straight into it. So the first card that we got is actually going to be the I'm sorry card. There is defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and some sort of uprooting situation here. This card really talks about you softening your heart in order to apologize, or take it as it is. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Maybe the roles can be reversed, so whoever you're dealing with may be feeling like they need to apologize, but there's this like calling here where it's like, in order for you to clear energy, you really have to come to terms and peace with the fact that not everybody is going to say they're sorry, but sometimes being the bigger person in a situation does more for your karmic energy than just holding on to grudges. It's easier said than done, especially if somebody really wronged you, but softening your heart to a situation doesn't mean that you need to let somebody back into your life, rather that you're releasing the energy and you're showing the world and yourself that you're choosing happiness and peace over a situation rather than fighting fire with fire, or just feeling super defensive and like in a conflict mentality and energy. So again, this could be you. This could also be somebody that you're dealing with. And then you also have the card baby steps. So action, follow your intuition, and follow your intuition before it makes sense. So there's this also calling here that whatever you've been wanting to do, whatever craft that you've been working towards or even just thinking about, it's time to take like baby steps to that thing. Maybe this isn't about like a physical thing that you want to experience, but maybe a baby steps is towards a new mentality that you want to have. Take baby steps towards your apologizing to somebody, but there's some sort of action that needs to take place in your life. So it can be on an emotional state, a physical state, like I said, with somebody, and really just follow your intuition. You know, we have a lot of intuitive nudges as people, and we tend to turn those off because we overanalyze and overthink things. But the first thought a lot of times is going to be something that we should really evaluate, like not when you're in a chaotic, like sporadic energy, but rather when you're like sitting down with yourself and like silencing the mind. You can actually come to a lot of realizations, you know, about a situation that you're going through. So always ask the universe for signs, symbols, and synchronicities, things that will make you feel like you'll get it. And the universe, your spirit guides, your intuition, your higher self will show you the way. You really just got to ask for guidance, because there's a law of non-intervention, so people aren't going to come into it. Your guidance system isn't going to provide you with things that you don't ask for. Whoa. Okay, so we have the Sun card here, which is all about like an awakening, some sort of childlike energy. This is also Leo energy here, and there's like a happiness and fulfillment that's taking place. But then you also have two fives, the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So maybe at one point you felt like there was some sort of beautiful, harmonious situation in your life, and you experienced a loss. But this loss I'm getting was also something that was like maybe self-inflicted, or like you knew it was coming and you didn't listen to the answers. Because with the Five of Pentacles here, it's like these people are walking past a church and they don't realize, like, because they're so down in the dumps that they're in the freezing cold. But if they just would have looked up and kind of like in a symbolic way, like if you would have just like taken the time to like reflect, you would have been able to avoid a situation. They would have been able to avoid traveling in the snow, rather they would be like walking into a church here where it's like nice and warm and like people would be willing to take them in. But instead they're like so focused on their like sorrows and lack of abundance that they don't even realize that there's a place for them to go. And it's like there's some sort of grieving situation that happened, like you really lost something, and I don't know if you're still in this energy of like feeling like down in the dumps, but there is this like anger and aggression, a fiery energy to a situation again, and it has to do with you needing to like apologize or take it as it resonates. Roles can be reversed. Maybe this is how somebody else like feels towards you, but there's some sort of like fiery action that needs to take place in order for you to get yourself out of this situation. You know, the Knight of Wands is somebody who is, you know, he's ready to go into battle for the king and the queen, and he has a wand which represents like fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And so I feel like he's on a journey, and he's ready to just like, you know, dive into something deep for his honor. And I feel like that's something that you really need to like tap into. Dive into something deep so that you can get yourself out of the dumps. I will say there is clarity and optimism around the situation, though. I'm like strongly feeling that. Interesting. We have the Leo card here. Okay. Yeah. So the Strength card here is like you have the power within you. You know, to walk away from something, walk away from this feeling of abandonment, or, you know, leaving behind a negative mind state that you really need to do. The past needs to be put where it belongs, you know. So really set yourself on a journey moving forward. And with the Strength card here, which is like another fire energy card, there is this way that you can tame the beast within inside yourself. And it also comes from finding a passion and a hobby that you want to work towards. There is something big and new and exciting on the other side of this, like a new job or relationship, like a new hobby, or even just like a new way of thinking in order for you to bring in abundance, like energy into your life here. So you could be dealing with a Leo, have that in your chart. I'm also getting water, so Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces here. Maybe you felt like really like abandoned in the past. The Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so you have to stay the course, you know, stay the course by walking away and move into something else that is in a more feel-good state, because, you know, there's this forgiveness element that you have to embody in order for things to come into your life. You also got the Ace of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe. The pentacles in the tarot represent earth signs, but it also represents something abundant, you know, some sort of brand new opportunity, a manifestation that you have and that the spirit wants to bring closer to you. But if you are down in the dumps, if you are feeling low energy, you're never going to be able to bring this you're never going to be able to get this ace to you, right? This new venture, this new thought form, this new opportunity can only come in when you are a vibrational match to it. It's the law of attraction. That's just how it works. What you feel, you bring about in your outward reality. As simple as that. So please try to let go of anything in the past. And if this is for your cross watcher, they know what they need to do in order to heal the situation and also heal something within themselves. But there is great abundance for you. And I just think that you need to get yourself ready for it to come into fruition. Because once it arrives, it's going to be here. And whether you take up all that opportunity or not, you know, it's coming. Because we had the Ace of Pentacles, and then remember we had the Five of Pentacles here, where it's like the opportunity was right there. The church was right behind them. That new thought form, that new career opportunity, that new exciting download and venture that you want to go to was right there, but you were deciding and choosing to stay in the dumps for some reason. And now you know, this opportunity is going to try and present itself again to you. So just be ready for it. Clear your energy where you can. I know that you got this. March seems like it was, you know, is going to be a little bit tough for you in like your emotional state, but there are good things on the horizon and good things for you to look forward to. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next reading. Take care.